Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair! Rise and grind, morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Cool. Welcome to Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. This is what we do every Monday through Friday, 9:15, 11:15. It's just raining outside. That's all. That's what you hear. Anyway, today gonna be a good day, y'all. It's gloomy as hell outside. We in Southfield, Michigan, aka uppity city. You know, if anybody know, people used to move to Southfield just act like they have money. Today is a great day. We gonna get right to it though because Oliver Jet couldn't land. We couldn't get him clearance, but we had somebody came in on the jet, which was Oliver, and then the young ladies here today, they came on by Uber helicopter, and so they both had to get cleared for air. So shout out to Soul TV, 2 million viewers watching us right there with Soul TV. Shout out y'all. Vontae, what's his name? Vontae Simmons. I don't like that name. Change your name. So listen, y'all. Today's a great day. We're gonna have a ball. We got Mark in the building, y'all. He like the women's. Mark love the women's. Mark love the women's. I don't know what to say about today. Today is kind of gloom. I hate gloomy days. You know what I mean? And I hate when guests have food and don't bring us none. But we'll talk about that later, a little bit off air. I mean, you know, you got to think about somebody want to hide a hash brown from you. It's just something too that. Let me did that shit on purpose. What up, though, Dorian? Good morning, greetings, dear brother. I got Shanny told me I need to wear my glasses so I can look astute. What up, though, Tom? Tony, what up, though, my man? Anyway. If anybody want to know what Coney Tony mean, see me after the show. Me and Tom, we met at the Coney Island. We had a fight. He won. What you joking for? You okay? Okay. A man could be getting beat up by another man who with a name like Coney Tony. That's how I gave him his name, Coney Tony. Oliver Gordy, he said, So today, we got some beautiful guests in the building. I mean, they wonderful. They even pretty and cute and stuff. But we couldn't get them to come in, so we got some pretty, very fine women in here. We said no to the women, the girls, but we got some nice looking women here. Today we got Star and Elle. I can't say her name, that's what it's called her, Elle. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing? Leanne, that's them.
Leanne.
Damn it, it's the nah. Leanna's here in Star. Tell us what y'all here representing and what y'all got going on. Y'all can talk at any time.
Okay.
Talking to the microphone though, just can't. The mic, man.
Well, I'm Star, and this is Leanna, and we just started a new business. It's called Hearts in Action.
Hold on, Oliver.
Yes, sir.
Cut your phone down, brother. Cut your phone down. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
That's why I was turning all volumes off.
No, yeah. Your phone.
It might be the
Turn your volume down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
might be those two.
All right. They should never gave niggas no iPhones. Shout out to everybody. Go ahead, start finish.
So we just started a new business. It's called Hearts in Action, and what we do is we reach out to the community to educate the community about health and wellness.
That's dope.
Yeah. You want to add to that?
So we service both youth, so that's like youth mentorship, educating the youth, letting them know about careers in health field, pathways to different careers in nursing, but also professional development for, it can be for schools, it can be for businesses, CPR training, emergency situations, first aid, so, you know.
So y'all hear that, my friends? It's in educational programs. Give them a contract. That's what you're saying, right? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
You should have said that in the beginning. So y'all basically open to at least give some awareness to, especially with children. Y'all do CPR classes?
We do.
Okay, those are very important, especially these kids taking on these damn pills. I think it's important. And so, do you think it's a rise in younger children taking pills from when you was in school?
Yeah.
She's like, hell yeah.
Well, I do. I actually work in mental health as well.
Okay.
And
you think it's something wrong with me?
We'll talk about that off the air.
Just have to check. Go ahead.
What I have seen, and I was talking to Star about this, the majority is a crisis stabilization center. And what I have seen is an uptick in the amount of kids that are there. I told her most of the clientele that come in with crisis are born in about 2000 and upward. So, you know, I'm not seeing a lot of older adults. It is a lot of young children with mental health issues, taking pills, using drugs. So I definitely think this is a place, you know, for us. It's an avenue for us, and it's a lot of education needed there.
Okay, that's what's up. So when you think about what's going on, because you said uptick, right? That's code word for it's an epidemic damn near.
I would say, yeah. I feel like that I don't, and I was just explaining to her, like, I don't know what has changed. I don't know what it is, but it's so many. I mean, we start taking kids about 17 to 18, but it's like 17 to 25-year-olds that are there in these major crises, major psychotic breaks. So,
I definitely know that behavioral problems come with children. You know, scoot over a little bit. I think. Sorry about that, Shani. Because everybody don't know your finger language. You know, she like this. And I just said anyway. So I do believe that a lot of children is affected by sugar, right? Yes. Giving them sugar. The uptick of sugar has been a lot because. No, we just feed our children sugar. What up, though, Pablo? We've been feeding our children sugar so that they come out the womb down there, right?
You're right.
Yeah, there's sugar in what you call that Enfamil. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, it's like sugar have 168 names, and so we got to really look for what's going on. Dorian said these young folks are soft and the issues are hard. Ooh, good one. Too much all in their face every day. Very true. I had my little niecey Pooh playing with her iPad, and she was watching Roblox kill each other. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
So they intake, and then just imagine if they look at like a sugar and having sugar in their system while watching it. You feel me? It has a lot to do. Sugar has a lot to do with inflammation. So if it's inflammation, you get inflammation in the gut, right? And even in the brain. So I think that's one thing we need to really cut out. A whole bunch of sugar, ain't that right, Shan? She Shan is hilarious. Shan be right with me though. She like, yeah, all this jelly on this bread. No, I think sugar is one of the big problems that can cause addiction. You know what I mean? Because anybody know, like alcoholics, most people don't know there's a lot of sugar in alcohol.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, so alcohol turn into diabetes, liver is sugar. So I think they've been poisoning us for a mighty long time.
Yeah.
You know?
And just to get back to what you said, it's many things, and I heard you mention parenting. Like you have your diet, right?
Yeah.
I think that affects children. Parenting, obviously. You know?
Yes.
And then I really agree with what Pablo was saying. Like, kids don't know how to cope, and I don't know if that's because we're not teaching them how to cope.
Yeah, we try to teach everybody to be tough, and everybody is not meant to be tough.
Yes.
Even the girls, they be like acting like a bitch.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
You know, so
yeah, I agree.
we got to really think about what we're doing to our children. The mind state that we have is like, I don't believe in hereditary disease like cancer, right? What's hereditary is the food habits.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the food habits is more hereditary than saying, "Oh, it runs in my family." No, fat runs in your family. Just say that because Big Mom was fat. I see soul
bad
food.
diet.
Bad, just bad eating. We don't say dieting. We don't say eating because people think diet means Diet Coke. I think the dumbest shit I ever seen somebody order a double cheeseburger and a Diet Coke. That's some dumb shit.
It's called balance.
Yeah, but that ain't that ain't no balance. Cheese turned to sugar. The bread turned to sugar.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I drink vodka straight. Me too, Dorian. And that's why I hate, most people don't even know that rum is made from sugar. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
I did.
A lot of these drinks that they be mixing together, it's nothing but sugar and porter, and then they put the liqueur in there. Liqueur mean you're gonna die soon, but you're just gonna taste sweet while you're doing it. And
What?
You okay, man? I just make sure. All right,
Drinking your sugar?
As he drinking sugar, he gonna have an uptick. Anyway, she said uptick. That's so funny. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I was about to go through a whole joking phase, but this is serious. Okay, now let's talk about. You have any programs set aside already for children that you're already working with?
So we're working with the Boys and Girls Club now. We're setting up a partnership with them for 12 to 14-year-olds. And what we're teaching about is health and wellness in sports. So we're going over basic first aid. We're going over concussions. We're going over good diets and making sure you stay hydrated. So things like that. So this is what we're working on currently. We are putting together a curriculum for professional development for them as well, and that's for 14 to 18-year-olds. And as Leanna mentioned earlier, it basically about careers in nursing and careers outside of, like, careers in sports, but not necessarily a football player, a basketball player, you know. So things like that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's currently what we're working on.
You can still make money and don't even know AI. So that's very important because people think AI is the bomb. I'm like, y'all so stupid. It's AI. It's artificial. It says it right off the rip. She said, I love a host with a lot of knowledge of the topic. Makes for a greater discussion. Oh, you must be my ex-girlfriend or
I was
something.
going to say, she must really like me.
She must like me. I'm likable. No. I'm likable with a capital L. Ain't that right, Leanna? Okay. I sound like a short bus student. What up? Ain't nothing wrong with a short bus. You get there quicker. You get there quicker. You just do. You really do. By the way, I got a comedy show coming up on November 1st at the International Institute, and it's going down in a big way. I'm on the car with 4 heavyweights. No, for real, they heavy as hell. They big. Tell the truth. Look at them. They right there. Miles, Tiara, Tammy, Tasha, Stephanie Foskins. What up, though, baby? We is going down. Tickets only $30. So you can get tickets from me. I'm selling them as like raw packs. They 2 for $50. You get 2 for $50. It's a big comedy show. It's going down. Sean P presents November 1st. It's going down. I promise you, it's gonna be something that's gonna be to remember. Sean told people they could throw tomatoes at me, right? I'm just gonna come on stage and put my pistol right on the stool. Y'all can throw some tomatoes at me if you want to. She was not talking about Miles Dixon. Shut up, Lake. Just because it's one of your friends. Let me look like somebody like me. Damn. It's Leanna's mother. Why you ain't tell me it was your mama?
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Your mama fine, though.
Oh.
Your mama fine as hell. Shout out to Miles. What's up, Miles? And then Fred gonna say, she must like you. Friends ain't shit. But no, shout out to everything that y'all doing. And it's good y'all going for the youth because it sounds like you have youth in sports already.
Yeah.
So does that give it an extra sting on it for you?
Of course. And that's kind of how we pitched it. You know, I have kids in sports and I want them to be healthy. I want their coaches to want that, you know, I want them to make that a priority. So it definitely hits home for me.
I just learned you gotta be careful how you pick coaches. Anybody want to give us a call? Give us a call. 810-560-0659.
We can send it. We can put it up on the screen.
No. $10. 810-560-0658. Give us a call. I would say this though. I think it's very important. I haven't heard nobody taking CPR classes in a long time.
Not enough people take CPR classes. The majority of what you see who take CPR classes.
I'm sorry, Todd. Don't beat me up. You beat me up one time in my life. I don't want to get beat up again. You go ahead.
Most people take CPR classes like for your job. You have to take it. You got to have it for your job. But I actually had an incident with choking, and of course, my daughter is a nurse. My mother is a nurse, so you know that was convenient. But had
your daughter a nurse?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Well, that's not a question for the show, but it was convenient to have them. But I feel like it's important for families to have CPR because that could save a life. Had my family not been nurses, that could have been like a very tragic incident. So I do think that is important. And like I say, that is something that we do offer to the community. It is a difference. It's community CPR that you use when you're at home. And then we have like a more intense type of CPR that we do in healthcare. Okay, that's dope. But it is, I think anybody can benefit from CPR in first place.
Most definitely. Do you know the stats on people that's drowning nowadays? I'm saying it like it's a musical. Like, I mean, but do you have any idea how many people die from people not knowing CPR? And CPR not necessarily because of drownings neither, right? CPR, it can be choking, people choking on food.
It can be choking, it can be drowning, it could be heart failure. Wow. Sometimes you just don't know and you see a person down and it might warrant, like if you see a person that's down, you don't know why they're down, and if they're not conscious, then that would be a time for the warrant to start CPR. So it could be many situations.
I think it'd be nice for people to understand even just that part, right? About the possibilities of CPR and passing phones across the table. It can really. They ain't paying no attention.
I'm paying attention. Okay. You gave me the statistics for your question.
Oh, no.
Listen. I told you he's a jack of all trades.
All right, then.
Shout out to our business manager over there.
What's up, Jack?
Our business manager in the background.
Yes, shout out to our business manager.
Lake, mind your business. You ain't hosting. That's why you ain't hosting today. Because we know it's been too much for you to take in. Good morning, Rhonda. We really appreciate you watching us from the other country. You still never tell us what country you're from. We just thinking all the time. We thinking Nigeria, Mexico. Is all the colors the same? So we just trying to figure out where you're from. So what's some of the statistics that we have?
So there are 236,000 deaths per year from drowning.
Damn. That's 250,000 people.
Yeah. And so, you know, it's hard to say if they could have been, if CPR, could have saved them, but that's the amount of death. So I think what you want to look at is, right, our children knowing CPR and our children knowing how to swim, right? So
and this was the danger thing during COVID. I was telling people, quit telling everybody everything. All germs is not bad for you, right?
No.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. And so here's the thing: people are like, right? Like my daughter won't even let me. Like my daughter, she hypochondriac. Like she be like, no, you use your spoon. I'm like, do you know how much snot I had on my spoon? Some of them days I ate off your spoon. Shut up. And but children are being taught that things are just so nasty and so gross now. When we were never taught things were gross. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we was coming up, we were like, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. I was a person who was born with water on the brain. So my family, they had to literally remove mucus from my nose via their mouth. Mm-hmm. And so knowing that, I was like, my baby just been in trouble, you know what I mean? 'Cause I couldn't have did that. My mother wasn't able to do it because it hurt her so much to pull. That was like saving my life. Mm-hmm. So she always thought like one time she couldn't get to me fast enough, I would have probably just died, right? So she used to always, my uncle, who was my cousin, used to always come over and remove the mucus from my nose. And I think people think, now that's gross, right?
I've done that.
See?
Yeah, I've done that. My grandmother and my mother taught me how to do that. So I've done that. I did not do it with my youngest child, but my oldest two, I did that. And my daughter, she was like, you better not do that to my baby.
Well, they sell something now.
Yeah,
I mean, they do, but it is not as effective. When you blow in, everything come out.
Yeah.
Everything.
And I think when Tony said, is that not leftover water? What is he talking about?
Tony, please.
He being funny is the not leftover water on your brain.
I got your ass. Yeah, I got you. Matter of fact, you got a show tomorrow, don't you? I don't think so. Dorian said, so you have been at sea your whole life?
Oh, they got him.
They all good.
No, that's pretty good, because I was going to say, you should have led with that. You had water on your head when you was born.
Now I get the joke. No. So Yaya said it don't work the same. Old school ways work.
She talking about the new.
It just works. So it's like one and done.
I know one thing that do work. That when you turn your head to the side and pour that stuff in your nose.
Oh, that neti pot?
That nasal.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Ooh, that works though.
It makes you more stuffy.
You know what? I don't want a grown man sucking on my nose. I don't want to see it. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay, get what? Okay,
get off you.
Get off my house. Yeah. Tell him, baby. Tell him, Daddy coming home. I don't even know her. You just saying, but no, thank you, Yaya. Tell him, I think not, right? Okay, I got it. I told the joke of myself. Dorian, you would have got a check for that. Dorian, shut your ass. You getting the check now. You the first operational autistic man walking. Anyway, this ain't a camping session. So, let's go behind the scenes is the topic of the day, y'all. But before we go behind the scenes, we got to introduce our other guest. The one and only Oliver Gant is here. Give him a round of applause. Yep. Hold on, this is going to be a long applause. Good morning, Shanny Eve. Good morning. Good morning, Oliver. Oliver, you tell the people why you're here and your position and what you're going for.
First of all, thank y'all for having me here at the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
That's what's up, Oliver.
Normally, I start my greetings out with what? Grand Rising. Right, as opposed to good morning.
Okay.
So it's only befitting because it goes along with the name of your show.
Okay, that's what's up,
Right. However, I'm running for police.
Oh, damn. Okay, go ahead.
I'm running for police commissioner in District 3 in Detroit. Okay. And for those who don't know what District 3 is, District 3 borders anywhere from 8 Mile to Kelly, as far down to 8 Mile and Conant. Okay. And then let's just say if you're on Gratiot and 8 Mile and going up Gratiot toward downtown, it goes as far back across French Road. If you're on the Van Dyke on the Van Dyke corridor from 8 Mile, it goes as far back down to Harbor. But now they had did some redistricting. In other words, they done took some pieces from other districts and added them to District 3.
Okay.
Namely, they took a part of District 5. And y'all know District 5 is connected to downtown and all the money, right?
Right.
So that's a whole nother story. I had to go to a block club meeting the other night and share them my perspective of why they took that little chunk out of District 5 and threw it over there to District 3. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, I think I am the best candidate running for police commissioner in District 3. I think I am very well vetted. A lot of people know me. And for any of you who don't know me, a lot of your listeners, a lot of people watching, you can take and put my name, Oliver Gant, and put the word activist next to it. Go on Google, and you'll see a lot of familiar stories and things you may be familiar with, high-profile cases. I am a police brutality activist first and foremost, probably the only police brutality activist we have out of all the activists we have in the city. And again, so I figure that with my background and a lot of things I've done in the city and a lot of things I've done for people and high-profile cases. We can go back as far as Demond Grimes, the young man who was tased on the four-wheeler by the state trooper back in 2019. We got the case of Theo Gray, who was murdered by the St. Clair Shores Police Department at his baby shower, you know, under the auspice that he killed K-9 Officer X, which was a false story. They gunned that young man down simply because he was running. So I've done a lot of things. I don't just deal with police brutality cases. We didn't help people living in burned-out houses that were actually living in their homes and needed to raise money and funds to build that home up because they didn't want to go nowhere. They didn't want to be separated from their families and things of that nature. You know, we didn't help women needing shelters because they couldn't get in shelters. So I accessed the media. I accessed the power of the free press. You know, a lot of things for me is just a phone call, depending on the nature of whatever's going on. So me running for police commissioner, one, is because I believe in accountability, I believe in justice, and I believe in the oversight that's necessary for the department. I am one of those guys who doesn't take sides, and this is all the way to the chief. They know I don't take sides. I love the chief they got right now. You know, probably one of the best they have, Chief Todd Bettison. I'm one of those individuals. If you wrong a citizen and I get a phone call, we're going to get results.
Gotcha.
I'm a results-driven person, okay? As a police commissioner, a lot of people don't know what police commissioners are or what they do. Out of all the police commissioners I run, I get people all the time asking me, am I a police officer? No, I'm not a police officer. You don't have to be a police officer to run to be a police commissioner. You're a citizen in your community. If you rise to the level, you feel you got what it takes to get out there and you feel like you want to make a difference, then throw your hat in the ring. You know what I'm saying? What I decided I wanted to do is educate people about what police commissioners do, okay? For one, a lot of people don't know how to fill out complaints. A lot of citizens don't know how to file complaints. Our job is to make sure those complaints get heard and resolved as opposed to being swept up under the carpet. Let's not just say that that does not happen. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't happen on my watch. I want to make sure that if you file a complaint, that your complaint is viable and that it's effective and that it's heard. And I also want to make sure that it's filed correctly, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where you're going to get the results you're looking for. So I say this right. Y'all just saw the incident that just happened with the police officer shooting a woman, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and one thing I like about that is that the chief ain't playing. That officer's being charged for shooting that woman and lying about it.
Oh, which one? The one which said?
Just a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear about it.
Where they tried to say the woman ran over the officer and all that. But what the chief did, he went and looked at the body cam. You know what I'm saying? And he looked at it and said, what y'all told me on this paper and what this body cam is showing, I'm going with what I see. You lied, you're in trouble. That's not just a smack on the wrist.
Deals from Detroit?
That's right here in Detroit. Yes.
Oh, things getting bad. Go ahead.
So things like that, right? Even though this officer is going to go through the ringer for what he did, you know what I'm saying? It still got to go to the board, the police commissioners. So those guys, they have a job to do as well. One of the things for me personally, like I said, I like to see people get justice when they're wrong. But at the same time, police commissioners are the ones that demote and promote officers based on their behavior too.
Wow.
Police commissioners are also the ones that help create the budget for the department. Okay? But aside from me, I want to do something totally different that no other commissioner has ever done, and in fact, nobody has ever done in the city. And what I propose to do in District 3, I'm looking for a building. I want to put a 911-like system, and this goes to what you young ladies are doing as well. I want to put a 911-like system for mental health crises only. Meaning, in District 3, I want to put a number only for District 3 residents. So if you're District 5, District 4, District 2, any other district, you won't be privy to this number. I want to create a model for other districts to follow. So when you have a mental health crisis, as opposed to calling 911 and getting a gun at your door, as has been the case in the past, I want you to dial this number that we're going to designate for District 3. for mental health crisis only, and we'll let them determine whether this is a crisis where they need to send a mobile crisis unit out to you, because they have other organizations that already have mobile units. So I want to be able to take my establishment or the people's establishment and park your mobile unit on our location. So you're already centralized within the district already. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to stop the guns and those with the mental health crisis from being killed. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to go through a whole nother round. So that's one of the things that I propose to do in District 3.
Well, I do have a question immediately for you. When you say, I believe it's someone going into a situation with a person who has a mental crisis, I think not while a gun officer who's known for just shooting, right? But I think a trained officer who has patience with his pistol should be there, because a lot of these mentally ill patients do have guns.
So, so I like what you just said. He's in tune with his pistol. He's not just one of them going in gun ho ready to shoot because somebody's over there getting some hot water on the stove, as was the case that we saw with the officer killing the lady down there. But again, the point and purpose of what I want to do, okay, it takes a load off 911 first of all for what I'm creating, okay, because they're overloaded when you're dealing with mental health on one side and you're dealing with crime on the other side.
True.
I want to specifically deal with mental health on this side.
Hey.
So again, that's not to say that a gun will not show up on one of these calls. Is that we will have the professionals who can be able to determine whether or not this is a call necessitating the gun to show up, or whether you just need the mental health crisis team to show up. That makes the difference.
So, and also I would say this, that is there a way for people, well, our county, to know which area holds the most mental illness patients in the area?
That's a good question.
If they could point out pedophiles, why they can't point out people who got mental illness?
I think, for one,
well, they do have mental problems too.
I'll say this right, because a lot of us know somebody that has some mental illness going on somewhere. We all got it in all our families. Yeah, the only problem with that, right, is that we point the finger saying, you have a mental illness, you have a mental illness, you have a mental illness, but you failed to point the finger back at yourself.
Most definitely.
So I think that they can perhaps, but it would be kind of iffy on something like that, because mental illness ranges in a vast, it's a wide range of things.
If I can just interrupt, it's a health issue and it's private. It's private, so you can't.
I think they should make people like when the pedophile happened, they register them automatically, right?
You can't. Mental health is even more sensitive than like regular health issues.
Yes.
The type of
There's no way
the type of confidentiality that is involved with mental illness, like you can disclose almost nothing.
I mean, but that's a problem. I think that's that's a problem, because here's why. Because hypothetically speaking, like he said, a person who's going in an untrained situation, right? That he don't know nothing about a mental illness. The difference between the person who just break down and just start screaming and yelling versus a person who has a violent. Maybe we need to be specific. People have violent.
So that would be public, so you would know, because if they had a violent history, that would become public.
Yeah. So there should be a way that it should be red dotted, in a sense, where you going into a situation knowing that person has a mental illness in a violent situation. Because if the guns are getting called out and they going into a non-violent situation where, grandma know, my baby, he going through it. Let him. He gonna run around and he might grab a stick, because that's his thing when he calm down. It need to be told, that part. But if he's violent, I think he should be marked.
I would say this,
because if you could get marked for pissing in the street, I think you should be getting marked that you're a violent person.
Well, what I will say is,
I can't say retarded.
Be a gun or something. I think in any mental health issue, it needs to be some type of training that goes left quickly. I mean, I've had people come into the crisis unit like pretty much non-violent. Something triggers, and the next thing you know, you in a whole situation where they have to be restrained and taken down. So I do think if not a gun, they do need to have some type of training on how to safely restrain a person, because you just don't know what their trigger is. It goes from violent to non-violent fairly quickly. Yeah. It does.
So again, this is why I personally, like I said, it's a model, and I think it would be an effective model. to put something like what I want to put in District 3.
No, it's definitely, it sounds
A 911 light system. So therefore, it's my hope to put like 4 people in there around the clock, like the 911 system as operators, to take these calls, dispatch, you know, for lack of a better way to say that. So that's just one thing. But forgive me if I go on a tangent, because I want to touch on a couple of little things, because I don't know how much time we have here.
You want to touch on a couple issues?
Just a couple.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted, you can't say little things. You just can't say little things.
Couple issues.
Yeah, okay.
I stand to be corrected.
Thank you.
So I just saw that somebody posted up that said District 3 has the highest number of people on the streets. Okay.
When they say that, what do they mean?
From what I read, I got to take it for what they're saying. When they say people on the streets, they mean homelessness.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? People that don't have anywhere to go. But that's going to be in a lot of places. But when you look at District 3, this is why I made the point when I told y'all about the redistricting, right? And one thing I wasn't going to say is that they added District 5. They took a portion of District 5 and added it to District 3. So when I went to that meeting the other night and talked with the elders, and I told them, because something just hit me, why would you take a chunk out of District 5 and add it to District 3? And what chunk of District 5 did you take and add to District 3? You already know what District 3 looked like. The one person just said it has the highest number of people living on the streets. So looking around at the blight, look at everything else going. Where all the resources have been going. Nothing has been coming into the communities because it's all been downtown and everywhere else, right?
Very true.
So it's a lot of things that need to change in that.
And I think it's the people, because here's one reason why I say that. When you looking at the people that's involved with getting the people off the streets, we have to realize that a lot of people that's on 8 Mile in that area, they don't even want to go nowhere, bro. I know that for a fact. I know that the people that was in Cass Park, because I used to sleep there, they didn't want to go nowhere. They felt at peace because they didn't have no responsibility. A lot of things with homelessness has nothing to do with most people think was just drugs, right? It has a lot to do with their past traumas of their household. They don't want to be a part of something, whatever, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people that was sleeping in Cass Park, they was on drugs. Like, I'm probably the only person that wasn't on drugs, but once I seen somebody fighting over a pigeon, I changed my mind. I said, let me walk around because I mean, a pigeon just sounds like it's a dirty meat. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to eat no pigeon. That's like eating at a Chinese restaurant. But listen, go ahead, continue.
Okay, so before I go, a lot of people have been seeing this flyer. I've been posting this flyer. Can they see the flyer?
Your camera's right there in front of you. Just put the flyer right there.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
All right, so I've been everywhere. So if anybody's been seeing this flyer in your door, I can't put it in your mailbox.
Nope.
But if you've been seeing it in your door or in a store, anywhere near you, pick up that flyer. Take this flyer to the polls with you Tuesday. Early voting is still in process as well. So when you go to these polls, I want y'all to write in the name Oliver Gannon. We're going to talk about the write-in also.
You the first person that heard say, take it with you, because if it's misspelled, it can't be counted.
It can't be counted. So make sure you get the right, and that's why it's bold on here, Oliver Gantt. Not just because I'm known as Oliver Gantt, you know what I'm saying, but I have to put it on here because I want people to see the name, remember the name, know how to spell the name when you go to the polls.
And plus, you had a hell of a graphic designer do that.
I had a hell of a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yes, Oliver Gantt, when you go to the polls November 4th, take your flyer to the polls with you. Look on your phone, take a picture of it. So screenshot it. Do whatever you have to do when you get there. I guarantee you, I have the best bet for police commissioner in District 3. But I want to share one more thing, because this is the official ballot for November 4th. Okay, this is the official ballot. When you go down the ballot in your district, when you get down to the bottom of the ballot, it's going to say Police Commissioner District 3. Vote not more than one. But you see there's only one line. They put that there for me. So make sure you write my name. Make sure you write your name, Oliver Gantt, on this line and shade in the oval. Then cast your ballot. They always say the best for last. That's why the police commissioner is at the bottom with that line for Oliver Gantt. So
that's right.
I want y'all to keep that in mind.
All right, then. His name is Oliver Gantt.
Oliver Gantt.
With 2 T's.
2 T's. Yes, sir.
All right, then, y'all been watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show. So we're going to go into the topic of the day. I want y'all to join in. Y'all sticking joining in with the conversation? Let's go into the topic of the day. Topic of the day is behind the scenes. That's Shanny, that's so bad for me to think about. So what is we see behind the scenes? Well, let's go over that. Let me say. Yeah.
So behind the scenes can be just basing off of our guests. So behind the scenes, as far as nursing, with things that we don't see that you guys do, some stereotypes, misconceptions, things of that nature. And then, Mr. Gant, for you, behind the scenes, as far as police commissioner, what you do, your line of work, what kind of goes on behind the scenes, maybe just giving some clarity on maybe some questions that we have. I know we do have a few questions already in the chat, so that's the direction I was more so kind of going with behind the scenes.
Yeah, okay. So, let's steal that shit. Let it rip. Let's go. I want to start with the nurses, because I know it'd be some foul stuff that be going on with nursing, right? Like, y'all don't really be reading, paying attention to the alert sometimes when you're in the hospital.
What alert?
I'm talking about, like, I need the bedside.
Oh, the call light.
They be like, that's Miles. He just want another applesauce. And I heard her one time, and I got real pissed off. I was so pissed. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, that's Mr. Dixon. He just want an extra applesauce. And I was pissed off. I know y'all pay more attention. Pay more attention to y'all patients. And so, do y'all work in the hospitals?
We have worked in the hospital. We do not currently work in the hospital, but we both have worked in the hospital for several years.
Do you feel like a lot of nurses do not pay attention to their patients?
I wouldn't say a lot of nurses, but you are going to have some nurses that don't pay attention to their patients.
I'm talking about, I know black nurses pay attention and stuff, but what about the white ones?
We are not doing that this morning.
I was just checking. I was checking the temperature in the room. But no, seriously, I find that other ethnic groups, especially the Indian doctors, right? When you in pain, everybody thinks somebody a dope fiend. You know what I mean? And when you go in there, you tell them what you want. They're like, oh, it's about 50 milligrams. We're going to give them 5. You were like, 5 is not going to do no with my big ass, right? I need 50 milligrams of prednisone. I don't need no 5 milligrams. So do y'all see that a lot? Like when people come in there, they think they dope fiends because they know what they need?
Well, you do get some doctors who will judge people, but I think you're going to get it more often now because of how they changed the laws on how doctors can prescribe narcotics. So, I mean, we were in the ED, 15 years ago?
How y'all into that? Y'all ain't even men. Go ahead. Y'all, just like I was slow.
For the audience, the emergency department.
Because I'm like,
for the audience, the emergency department.
And y'all nurses, I could be a nurse.
You can't use abbreviations in nursing anymore for that reason.
I guess so. You like, sir, everything gonna be okay.
No, but in the
ED,
honestly, 15 years ago, you could probably get whatever you asked for.
Damn.
But when the laws changed about how doctors can prescribe narcotics, then you had and I'm not saying 15 years ago there weren't certain doctors who judged people on how they came in. Yeah. We work downtown in the emergency department, so you can imagine what patients we had, right? Yeah. So they judged them. Like, they could be in real pain, but because they're homeless or, things like that, so they're going to get judged. We have seen that. That's not, but now you're going to get it more often because, not just because they're judgmental, which they could be judging you, but also because there are laws put in place on how they can prescribe narcotics.
There's some places I think you rather tell the doctor what you need, like Sinai, in order to stay alive. Because I think Sinai killed more people than the streets. But no, Sinai saved a lot of people. I got a lot of friends who were surgical techs and stuff. But Sinai was a good hospital once upon a time. My favorite hospital was downtown, which was what's the name of it? Receiving. I love Receiving. I know when I go to Receiving, I'm gonna get some care. You know what I mean? He's shaking his head. No. When I went there, I got my worst situations going on at Henry Ford. Henry Ford was like the worst hospital. Like, because Henry Ford is getting better because Henry Ford got a lot of money. right now. They building buildings. They building brand new glass buildings. You know what I mean? So they got a lot of new money. You know what I mean? A lot of people investing in there. DMC, they already got their money put into their system. You know what I mean? They got buildings they ain't even using. I went to Henry Ford. DMC for the heart, for cardio. It was like 14 people in that whole hospital.
Oh, in the heart hospital.
Yeah, it's like they not getting them patients. Henry Ford is getting them patients, right? Go ahead.
I want to say, Miles, that so you gave the reverse of what I've shared with you. I just went to receiving against my better judgment. My brother working there, he felt I should go there because he worked there, and I didn't want to go there.
Well, Henry Ford is DMC is for trauma, though.
That's receiving. So,
receiving for trauma.
So I ended up having to go to Henry Ford.
Yeah.
Which was St. John's, right? So to say that Henry Ford is better, what it is that they just bought out St. John's. They kept the same St. John nurses in there. So that's what's keeping it better, or keeping it where it's at. They just got the new name on there. So I think the process is still the same.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't go to Providence. I would go to Sinai before I went to Providence at one point in time. You know what I mean? Because everybody I know who died in Providence. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't. I'm more likely not going to Providence. But now it's Henry Ford Hospital. To me, it's still Providence. You feel me? Your mom said something. What did she say, Shanny? She said she know it firsthand. But what did she know firsthand?
About
we need more nurses.
A lot of doctors thinking that black patients are drug users.
Yeah, because I went to Beaumont, right? I told them, they're like, so what do you normally take? I said I can't take ibuprofen because I have kidney disease, and so I normally take for my pain prednisone. They're like, you know what I mean? I said I normally get a shot in the buttocks for my prednisone when I first get there. You know what I mean? So
but that's not a narcotic, so I don't know.
Hold on. I said they normally give me a shot. You know what I mean? To get in my system fast, and then I normally have the day pill breakdown. You know what I mean? After I leave the doctor for the first day, I take 2, then it's 3, then it's 4, and everything should be taken care of. I said, but if you was to give me, if you were just gonna give me pills, I take 40 to 50 milligram prednisone, and the pain to be gone in 2 hours. They're like, he know too much about this, you know what I mean? And so they gave me literally a 5 milligram of prednisone that came back and gave me a 10. Then I'm like, if you would have just gave me 50, I wouldn't be here for 2 days.
Well, you know, when you talk about behind the scenes, you got to look at egos as well. You know, doctors don't like for you
Good
to
answer.
How to treat them. So
yeah,
that's what you're running into.
First of all, I don't like fat doctors. I feel if you're a fat doctor, you shouldn't be. I'm being honest with you. How you gonna tell me how to keep my shit together and you about to fall off? I'm sorry. I just had to rant.
My mother said you're right about Providence.
Oh, yeah, right.
Tony ain't wrong about that. That's
No, I ain't get many of those. So, you know, we had the similar story. So remember, we don't want to talk too much about STDs. Listen, right now, I would say, LOL. Gotcha, bitch. Shout out to Tom. That's my guy right there. He's my role model because he been celibate for like a year and a half. He said so. I believe he's lying. So a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, Oliver, with the city governments and the police. What do you feel is one of the biggest lies we are being told? You like, can you cut the camera? Cut the camera.
One of the biggest lies being told.
Yeah. Oh, we are all created equal.
Supposedly.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll just say this: a lot of things have changed in the city. I can't throw anybody under the bus because I have to stand neutral.
If they got a bus driver that day, you can't do it anyway.
With my observations and perceptions on things because of the lane that I'm in and where I'm seeking to get to.
There you go.
So this is why I like when the brother Mark asked me about who else running and all that. Several people, but they're not my interest, not my thought.
We'll talk to you November. We'll talk to you November 11th.
November.
All right. So in other words, no. We ain't gonna talk to you on the 4th because you gotta get sworn in. We'll wait till the following week. Let's keep that ready.
Thank you.
So he said, "Yes, I got a job. God damn it." So when we think about behind the scenes with nurses, I feel sorry. I have a few friends as nurses, and they like, Miles, there's just certain things we just cannot do.
That is true.
And I was like, because I was complaining about when I went in with COVID. Mm-hmm. And she was like, Miles, that's not our job to tell you to stay or nothing like that. It's like, you have still, if you can talk and walk, we can let your ass walk out of the door. And she said a lot of things happened with COVID. A lot of people walked out that door. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were like, I feel better. Mm. And left and died. Mm. And the parents trying to sue the hospital. But one thing people don't understand, during the pandemic, you cannot sue the hospitals.
Well, you can't make anybody stay, pandemic or not.
Or not.
Yeah. But during the pandemic, if you know people dying, if Uncle Earl just died, right?
No.
I would have kept my ass there.
Oh yeah.
If I know four of my friends died in the past 24 hours, they tell me, well, Mr. Dixon, you can leave, but one Earl, your uncle, I'm like, you're right. I'm gonna keep my punk ass right here. But she was real sad during that time, and she was just saying like, it's amazing how many people I seen one day, 2 or 3 days later, they family up there talking about he left something, he just passed away, can't find his phone or whatever. And I thought it was kind of sad. I just think people need to put more respect on nurses' names.
Absolutely.
I said that in unison. Damn.
Well, I was going to say I was fortunate enough where I did not work in a hospital during COVID, but I know nurses who did, and they have trauma from that time. So definitely put some respect on them.
Dorian said he knows so many overweight nurses that's not inspiring. And you know what, Dorian? They got sugar. They got water on the feet. I mean, they've been there for a while. So nurses have probably had a poor nutrition.
Do you know what we have to do to eat sometimes? I mean, and I'm not, and I'm just being very realistic. Do you know
going to the bathroom?
What we have, like what we have to eat, or sometimes you just like at this point.
Give me a
I just want to eat. Yeah. So whatever, you going to get a burger? Could you bring me a burger? You going to get pizza? Can you bring me? You kind of just
get whatever you can.
Do whatever you can.
Well, I used to date a nurse. We was together for like 3 years, and yeah, she was overweight. But that's not the point. The thing was, she told me sometimes she had to just go in the bathroom and just eat something because everybody was looking for her. She was the head of her nursing station or whatever. She said, Miles. And I said, damn, baby, you hungry as hell? She said, Miles, and she stuffed her face with food. You just don't know it. I've been on my feet for like 13 hours, blah, 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 blah. I said, damn, that's messed up. But they said nurses had some of the poorest nutrition in the medical field. But it's because of what you said, though.
It is. I mean, like you say, just behind the scenes of nursing, a lot of things go on that you don't even think about because...
That's what Rhea said. She says, "Oh, you got to
you have to. You do. You put the needs of other people ahead of the needs of yourself, ahead of the needs of your family." I worked a job for years in nursing administration, and I feel like I missed my daughter's whole senior year, like different things that I needed to do. And I'm like, oh, I ran out of time. I can't do it. Oh, I'm done. It's closed. Yeah. Oh, you trying to meet the needs to run a building or to run a facility or to take care of residents and to take care of other people. And like COVID was probably the worst time. I worked in a long-term care facility. So when sometimes they went to the hospital, I never seen them again. Sometimes I went to work, I went home, came back, they weren't there. Yeah. My kids didn't stay home for months because I didn't want them to get sick or get COVID.
Gotcha.
And you give a lot. Yeah. You give a lot, and
go ahead. You can talk.
I mean, you give a lot.
That's my great uncle. Go. Oh, you had something to say, Bart?
No, I got if she was finished, I got a question for Oliver. I was looking at some of the initiatives you have, and one of them is the Reclaim the Community initiative. So I would like for you to take us behind the scenes. How do we reclaim the community, and what would that look like?
First of all,
you took my question too. You took my question.
So,
Leonard,
reclaiming the community, right? First of all, what is the community? The community is the people that live in the community. Mm-hmm. First of all, we have a big issue. And on your page and your topic, Mark, it was a brother just on Facebook going around showing how the Chaldeans are living in Dearborn, how they're getting money out to communities and taking it to the community and building up. And I had to stop and pause, right? I had to take a look at District 3. I look at District 3 hard because that's where I'm from. Right. I'm Van Dyke for life, if y'all ever heard that term.
I don't know about for life, but at least till I get grown and move out.
So here's the thing, right? When we speak to the community, first of all, for years we've been hearing the elders tell us how to get it together, how to focus, how to get. But if you look at us, at our state, and I say our state, it's like, I'm not mad at those people for what they're doing in Dearborn. I'm not mad at what those Vietnamese doing when they came and opened all those nail salons up. I'm not mad at these people for opening all these fish markets up, all the things that we used to have and own. You know what I'm saying? They say, well, our people sold out many, many years ago for a house or a Cadillac.
To move to Florida.
So, and that too. So here's the thing. Our community, if we look at our community today, we walking past a diamond in the rough. In a blighted area. I'm saying 4205 first and foremost. Come over there.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? I'm great.
Okay,
I'm great.
Sure.
I'm great, but this is a topic that, you know, it has to be talked about the right way.
Correct.
We're not talking about what they're building because that money they're getting out of our communities to go over there and build up and enrich and beautify the community as they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be doing the same thing. Those vacant lots that we got in our communities within District 3 alone, we can go over to Brightmoor next, but we're going to keep it over in District 3. If we sit back and start walking past the diamond in the rough, you know who coming in now cleaning up and taking those houses that are on the abandoned list to be torn down? The Mexicans.
The Mexicans, the other people.
Exactly. So the thing is, all this money you walk past every day with your head down, littering, throwing your raggedy cars on the property, not cutting the grass, complaining about what the city not doing. It's community first, then you go deal with these other individuals that's supposed to come out and assist you. Go to Build a Square or Home Depot Build a Square for those who know what I mean. I'm not that young or that old. But anyway, go to Home Depot. Go buy the things you need to build. Go buy that lot first of all.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, go get the things you need and build your own house like they're doing out there in Dearborn and other places. You know, the community, we have to hold ourselves accountable. We got to stop accepting the knuckleheads that we housing, clothing, and feeding that we know out there creating all the chaos and mayhem, first of all. Sure. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest issues in our communities. We support that. We aid that. We're going to help you get that attorney. We're going to help you with that commissary for your stupid acts you out there creating this chaos and mayhem and making it harder for the next person. No, we not. That stops.
Right. So, but that's what Dorian was saying. Like, Chaldeans don't live in Dearborn either, Oliver.
Okay, well, whoever lives out there, they looking good.
Muslims, most definitely. Carly on there.
We should know all these things. And our fault is who's the enemy? Who's allowing what?
We
Who's letting those Chaldeans and these Arabs and these Asian people sell us trash, old food, and then take their wealth back to their community? Whose fault is that?
I say all the time, we are the idiots. We are the idiots, and we don't make it no better by glorifying bullshit. When you go to Glory Market sell you meat that was like 24 years old, and they just spray painted with the new blood, and we say, but shit, it's $2.99 for a steak.
But Miles, here's the thing though. We often say that Detroit is impoverished. Are we really? I don't see it as much. I don't see it as much as it's what we do with our money.
Yes.
It's what we do with the excess of certain amount of money when you got to go get you a furniture set every year.
Right.
When you got to go get you a crab boiler, you got to get you a weed that's going to cost you $200-300, but your tires are bald.
Yeah.
How are we? Listen, you can't even get out your own way in your own home, most of these people. And what is that come from? That's culture and that's education. And that's realizing that if black culture is a part of America, look at American culture. It's trash.
It's trash. I tell people this all the time, and you got some very great valid points. I tell people when I use the term stupid, right? Because at least with being stupid, you can at least learn, right? When you dumb, you can't, right? So we are a stupid group of people as of now, right? The problem is we take value in things that don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We know the problem, Miles. That's the problem. There's no solution. The solution is action.
No, yeah, the solution is action. But shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson, who believe in powernomics. That the money is in power. I mean, the power You know what the damn mean? The people is the people that control their money and how they handle it is power. Money is people. Wait a minute, money, power is respect, power, money. It's not money, power, respect.
Well, for us to be carping about reparations and we can't even get loans and buy property,
we so damn.
And we don't. We it's not like we don't know. It's just we don't have what it is. Like in American culture, a capitalist culture, it's all about individualism, rugged individualism. You're not nobody unless you build yourself up.
Very true.
Right? What we was talking about yesterday about having yourself together. Who really got themselves together in our quote unquote community? Because you can't look, we keep talking about a community. You have to look at Black America as a diaspora, which is there's a wider range of us in our thoughts.
Is it diaspora?
It's a diaspora. It's not a community. We're not a community. It's about 8 different Black people in America.
We got neighborhoods. We don't have communities. I totally agree.
That's
with you.
right. So to go back to Mark's question about the reclaiming, right? This is the biggest election thus far, right? We got 2 people running for mayor. Vet them. Look at the track.
Neither are qualified.
Look at the track records, right? I'm gonna say this.
Neither one of them.
Donald Trump wasn't qualified, but he had his second term. Yeah. Here's the key, right? So when I say vet them, when we go back to reclaiming the community, right? Where are those resources going to come from first and foremost on the whole that's going to help the community? Listen to the candidates speak. Only one candidate talked about leaving downtown. Where is that? So I'm going to go back to that parcel I told you they took from District 5 and threw over to District 3 in the trash, okay? So what I'm saying here, and that's not all of District 3, but for what I look at in District 3, the very reason that made me run for city council back in 2017, those things still stand today in eyesore. However, reclaiming the community, who's going to get in that office and take those resources and put them in the communities where they need to be to start building up the inner cities and the communities? I can say a name. However, vet these individuals running for mayor and see who's going to get the job done.
Well, I don't think neither one of them qualified.
What?
And the only reason why I can speak is you ain't say you in bed with them, but you in the politics with them. So what I see, again, I don't like Kinloch as a mayor at all. You can't have 5 churches and no school. Sorry. I look at Mary as not having the experience, but her father in her ear, truthfully. So I don't look at neither one of them. We right back to Kamala and Trump again. So the worse of the better evil. I mean, the lesser of the 2 evils.
So I'll say this with respect, since we talk about experience and vetting who hasn't had experience in that. I hadn't had experience as a police commissioner, but I know my works align with what I'm walking into.
You're an activist, though.
Yes, first and foremost.
That's the number one position for a police commissioner.
I want to say this to Pastor Kinloch, right? This man has built the fastest growing church in the state of Michigan, right? You see this man. He doesn't look worn out. He doesn't look beat down. He has a system. So what I'm getting at is that he knows how to govern, right? It starts somewhere. If he started with 2,000 to 2,500 people and got to 40,000 people, and he has different satellites that he make every Sunday, he knows how to govern. He has people in place to do things. They always say, well, he's a pastor. He shouldn't do this. Mary's a pastor as well.
Yep.
However, forgive me.
Go ahead.
I look at what this man is doing, his system. He has governing ability. And you will not know his governing ability unless he gets in the place for which he shot up to number 2 to get there. He rose through the ranks like that. So that's speaking volumes, okay? Again, I'm not taking sides. We got to keep it balanced because I want people to really vet who you want for mayor.
You don't have to keep it balanced because the truth is you are who you for.
Yes.
And there's no problem with that. Caller, you on there.
I don't want to sway nobody.
You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to sway a lot of people.
Yeah.
Call you on the air.
As long as you live in Detroit, you can sway some people. Good morning.
Good morning.
That be the problem I have. Hey, it's Rhea.
Good morning.
Hey, sexy lady. Happy birthday.
So, my concern with, like, when we talk about it so much, but what is the solution? This man is offering a solution, and we gonna find the 2 people running for mayor offering a solution, but everybody else say, well, they're not qualified. If you then you run. I get tired of hearing that rhetoric, and it's not directed just at you, Miles, but people that let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. The people that always complaining about something, you have no idea. Talk about behind the scenes. You have no idea what goes on, but you want to always critique it.
Very true.
You want to poke holes in it. Find out what's going on in the system first. See how you can help resolve it as community members, and then work together. Get with the people that's in the leadership positions instead of trying to always dog a person in that position. Well, why are they trying to do it? At least they trying to do something. That's my point. That's my passion behind it, and that's why I didn't want to have it on my show. That's why I'm glad y'all got it on y'all.
Man, thank you, Tom. Tom said I can't run, Rhea. So,
oh my God.
So no, the whole truth though, and the Rhea have a very valid point.
I'm listening. I'm gonna hang up. Let the line be clear.
Please hang up.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye. Shit. So no, the truth is she has a valid point to win. She doesn't. Right. Most people who want to run don't have the ability and don't have the team behind them, right? People thought Kinloch was going to have a great run with her. We seen them numbers. It was if they was in the race for real and they had better candidates going for mayor, he wouldn't even be in the race because that woman whipped him by damn near 11 times as much, right? And when I say that, most people going to go sway towards Kinloch not because of the growth that he made with the church, because church and state should be separated. That's one. Okay? So when you look at the values of God in the cities and states, God ain't in these cities and states. God is in the people. And then when you look at when you can't, so what about the other churches? He probably one of the number one pastors here, but really he's probably number 2,000th. You know what I mean? I'm just giving him a number. Of what he not do. People always look at the good people. I don't look at Kinloch as being a leader of people. He's a leader of a cult in the sense of religion. When you lead by religion, it's easier to get people to follow you. But it's only how many people voted for him?
I said enough to get him to the second chair.
But just think about if they had more qualified candidates. So just think about that. And look how many people that was able to run for mayor. Yeah. How many people that run for mayor this year? Like 17 people?
Quite a few.
You know what I mean? So when a job is that significant and that many people can run, that says a lot. You feel me? So if I could wake up next tomorrow, I know people who just woke up saying, I want to run for mayor. And they did.
Yeah.
And so the problem is when it's something that's tangible to somebody, for somebody to be able to do, it's a lot of bullshit that's involved. A mayor as a president is like the president of the United States. He's just nothing but a figurehead. Now, who's running our city council is more important to me.
Yes.
Because they're the ones who are going to make the decisions of saying what's going to be done in the city. Perfect example, not Kwame Kirkpatrick. What's his name? Kwame Kenyatta. He just stepped out of it. He said, you know what? This is some bullshit. I thought my vote would be able to count, but it doesn't matter what I say. These are protocols and things that the city have to go by. You feel me? Like, how many times we had a female president for the city, for the council?
Every time.
Exactly. So that's the whole point. When it's feminine energy involved, a lot of things are thrown off. These young ladies, hold on. I'm about to go here. Watch this. I say shit people scared to say. Let's say this. There's more money in finances dumped into female projects, correct?
Yes.
Like Boys and Girls Club, right? Right? How many girls you see there? Hold on, I'm about to show you. There's less interest in boys. Shout out to Dr. Calvin T. Man. There's less interest in boys because there's more people that find he's scooted further away from me. He's like, you ain't getting me in trouble. But there's more money put into female programs, right? Female projects get damn near $2.5 billion a year, and boys programs get like $80 million. That's a lot. So when you're dealing with when you got a lot of female energy as far as decision making, a lot of them shut down because the male figures isn't the most powerful ones, such as police chief, fire department. You know what I mean? The big things that people care more about than the city.
I can't argue with you because I don't know the statistics of like.
Well, it's not statistics; it's just the truth. Like when it's male people, women mayors right now to this day wind up quitting their jobs because there's so much flack and bullshit they got to go through with the male ego. It's a fight. It's going to be a fight on both ends, no matter which way we go. And it's crazy. So when I look at a person like Mary Sheffield, she really didn't have nothing to do with politics coming up. It was her father. She was running with her father. When people run on somebody else's back, she running with her father. Her father whispering there, baby, we got to get one mic back open. But things like that, right? So we got to really think who we vote for. We need to vote for our city council more and know who they are before we sitting up here putting the mayor and neither one of them qualified. I look at neither one of them is qualified. What's his boy? I mean, Ken Locke or Mary. I mean, none of them. Ken Locke only got Christians following them. And Lord knows you don't want them in control. Sorry to say that. I mean, they don't. They can't even finish a church. They still building on the church on Woodward. That's 20. That's 23.
Extra messy. Extra messy.
Am I lying?
Extra messy.
You were 6 years old when that church was going up. Calling you on the air.
Miles, the amount of rhetoric coming out your mouth this morning got me over here heated. What are you talking about?
I mean, the bottom line is neither one of them is qualified to be mayor of the city of Detroit.
So first off, okay, can you vote in Detroit?
Yes.
Are you a registered voter in Detroit?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not going to vote for anybody. Since neither one is qualified, you're telling me you're not. You don't have to say who you're going to vote for. But if neither one is qualified,
Mary going to win. It's a wrap.
It's not. Once again, the rhetoric coming out of your mouth. This is the problem with us as a culture.
No,
we say all these things. Great people that are not that's listening and think that this is cute.
We don't.
This is serious.
We don't have no culture. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God! See, you're getting off topic again.
No, you said it. I didn't.
I'm just saying. We know the issues. What is the resolution? Can it be a resolution-based thing before we leave off Rise and Grind today? Can we have a resolution?
Yeah, I have a resolution. Monitor our citizens more. Know where their money is going. Have hospitals as black-ran, black-owned hospitals because there is not.
So you want segregation back because white people and other races don't matter? Okay.
No, I ain't say that, but I'm saying we don't have control of nothing, Rhea. We have control of absolute nothing. When we go to the hospital, they putting saline in your body before anything because they don't have the respect of knowing your history. They go off of some my charts who Henry Ford just now getting on, and they just going off of what they feel.
That's a system. Okay, but that's a. How are they supposed to monitor? It's a system put in place, Miles.
Exactly. So black people need to have a system of our own.
Oh my, Lord. I can't. Am I the only one feel this way? Y'all sitting there listening to this?
For something serious to start, some changes to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start. Get with us.
You gotta get with the citizens of our
correct
of our city.
Detroit Eagles family and 205 kids. That's going to be the business that's going to bring change.
You hear, Mark?
I believe we need it. We need that.
Listen, the bottom line, I believe in 425 too.
Be prepared.
Especially in the hospital.
Well,
now, my history with the hospital, I've been in and out of the hospital a lot, so I have a different history with hospitals. But St. John for me was the worst because they were very rude. Back in the day. Yeah, and it's me sharing my business. Back in the day, they pretty much judged me based on I was pregnant, and I said I wasn't keeping a baby, and they said, "Oh, well, we can't help you here." She was like, because that's a sin. And I mean, they gave me a whole slew of things and were very rude, disrespectful. Wasn't my choice. They were and they did not hide it. And that was at St. John.
The bottom line is you went to a Catholic church.
Exactly. So I'm saying.
They are pro-life. And so when you
in the medical profession, you cannot be pro-life.
It's a Catholic hospital.
It's a Catholic hospital. They have their own. Listen to me. They have their own rules.
I do have to agree with you.
Okay, so that's why you want black ones?
It's a Catholic hospital.
We used to have black hospitals. We don't. No more. And it's a reason.
I want to ask the nurses that.
Okay.
How do you all, because you're not a nurse. How do you, I just want to get and I don't want, to get too much drama in that.
2 minutes.
But the behind the scenes, you want to get all these different topics, so I'm trying to hit all of them. Behind the scenes
That's how I feel.
In the medical profession, do you see, without saying too much, do you see the difference? Like during COVID, did you have people that really was like, this not real?
I didn't hear.
She said during COVID, did you have, so I didn't work in the hospitals during COVID, but during COVID, did you have people who were saying this isn't real?
Yes. I did. I've had people actually ask me, did I think...
Well, are you talking about the employees, like the doctors and nurses?
Yes, I'm talking about the employees and the doctors.
Oh.
Like doctors. Like she's saying, like, were there doctors saying this isn't real? You remember that rhetoric, how we had
Yes. No doctor said that. I didn't have any doctor say that it was not real.
And I just feel like that's where we don't listen to doctors because we think that they're just in it to get paid. But it was very real. I mean, I've seen that people pass away. I've seen it, and I think it's an insult when people say, "Oh, it wasn't real," and you had family members that passed. But that's a whole nother topic.
My son's mother was a nurse. She died from COVID. You know.
Yeah.
And I think you hear that from doctors who weren't in the hospital. Right. Like you hear that from researchers, like those doctors. You don't hear that from doctors who had their feet on the ground, had their hands in the dirt. You don't hear that from them.
I just want to prove that point because somebody over there always say that. Okay, talk to y'all later.
and to your point, is it Rhea? Oh, she hung up. Yep. She was saying, do we agree? I don't really agree with everything that Miles is saying, but I don't. You're talking about the city of Detroit, and one thing you asked him, like, do you live in Detroit? Can you vote in Detroit? I cannot vote in Detroit. So I don't argue with people about who should be mayor in Detroit. I do have my opinions on it, but that's not for me because I can't vote for the Detroit mayor, so I don't touch on that.
Well, the only reason I say something because everybody trying to act like they're taking sides, and the truth is, we should maybe say keep who's in office right now until we able, as a people, able to come up with the best candidates. Because if these people are not being vetted,
but who's in office is not finna be in office. He's going to governorship.
He's smart, but I'm saying
he's going as an independent to the governor's office, man, right now.
I get that part, but I'm saying is, how the hell did we get these candidates?
Well, for one, Mary put her foot in print in the soil years ago, during the time when I was out there at my height doing my activism. Right. She got out there and she made her presence everywhere where there was something happening or nothing happening, and it's like your name. You keep that name, now you got the presence.
But you didn't see Kinlock doing it. So this is where people have a division at. Bottom line is, I believe when candidates is running, they mean what they say. Mm-hmm. They be there when it's happening and when it's not happening, right? Kinlock was there for run for mayor because he really thought he had the institution to push it, right? Mm-hmm. He looking at me, people going to church, he believed people going to vote for him. But these people trying to buy their way to heaven, not get tax deductions.
Well, Miles, this has nothing to do with who's qualified. This has everything to do with the business class, the investors coming into Detroit.
There you go.
A decade ago. Why you see the parks you ever notice every park is nice?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. You ever notice how, you have new buildings. They're building in gentrifying areas. They're not building for homeless. They're trying to air it. Look, Duggan already told you what he wanted to do with the East Side a long time ago. Y'all wasn't paying attention. Nobody was paying attention. He wanted to turn that into an areotropolis. That's why Flexing Gate is right down the street. My grandmother lived right there off of Van Dyke. Well, she used to. She died, but she lived right there off of Van Dyke and Almont, right down the street from City Airport. They're expanding.
So he's absolutely correct.
No, I know.
They want to get rid of all. This is what we call true gentrification, Negro removal. East Side, if you notice, there's no building of nothing over there. No apartment. You go on the West Side, where they want you at, there's a ton of building. They're building down 12th Street. They're building down 14th and Rosa Parks. Why? Because they're trying to move people to the other side of town, and they're about to redo the East Side because you have rails over there. You already have factories. You already have an airport that's underutilized. Do you understand? This is about keeping the business class. She's going to be the one. She's the anointed one. I don't like her. I wanted Chantel. I wanted the real administrator to be run the city. But I realized, listen, we don't got no Fed money. Nobody's coming to save us, and we don't have a large tax revenue.
We don't have no tax revenue.
We ain't got no money. We owe retirees a lot of money at once.
It's not over yet. November 4th is just around the corner, so we'll see.
The voting doesn't matter. They've already anointed her because Kinlock as much. You don't have the inside of the business. You don't listen. Who was over that board that stole the $40 million?
They just talked about that.
Who probably just started a whole little operation where it's a consulting operation where it's going to be a shakedown. You want to have influence with the mayor? We got to see Kwame 2.0. With a shade
still
of
say
Doug in
November
it.
4th is not here yet, and things remain to be seen. And reclaiming the city, reclaiming the community, I think is only one standard that will probably go in there and reclaim what needs to be put back. Dave Bing said it when he was in office and prior to him leaving. He said it was going to take at least 20 years to clean that mess back up. We at that 20-year mark.
Yeah. And it's still not clean. So what I'm saying is, no, you're right. It is time, Mark. But here's the thing: what I've learned about people, we not gonna move. We always listen. We looking for a Messiah. Everyone's looking for somebody to come back. I don't care if it's Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, or Jesus. Somebody is looking to take the bullet, right? Because somebody in every story, in every situation, in every generation, somebody had to bite that bullet. You know, and the world knows the one the world knows the most is Jesus, right? He bit that bullet, right? So it's going to have to be some people say, I'm willing to bite that bullet. I'm willing to take that bullet. And if you're not willing to take that bullet, it's not going to happen. And the reason why I learned this because history. There you go, Mark. Go ahead. I'm not taking the bullet for a group of people who's not willing to take it for themselves or their family.
I'm taking for these kids.
There you go.
I'm taking this for these kids. I'm taking for these kids, and that's where we starting at with these kids.
Yeah, no, you got a good point,
Yeah,
but that's what I was saying.
for them,
So that's
for
what I
sure.
was saying. So, Mark, that's what I was saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when you talk about candidate of a mayor,
yes,
Kellogg not taking it for the kids. He taking it for the homosexuals. He taking it for the. Listen. I'm telling you the truth.
Man, stop that.
No. Oh, you can talk, but I can't.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you the truth. He's the only church I know. He said, "Come on up here. Let the women go up there holding hands, and men holding hands, men wearing mascara, men wearing lipstick, all that shit. That ain't good leadership."
I don't like that. That's any church.
Well, they do it.
But it's everywhere. That's
now it's everywhere.
Reality.
No,
that's the sad reality. Of
it's
America.
not the sad reality.
That's the sad reality. Every corner you turn down, every store you walk in, go to a McDonald's, a Burger King, and I'm thinking I'm talking to Sharon and I'm talking to Aaron. It's everywhere.
This is why I love my pastor. My pastor said this. Right. Mark, you talking about the kids? My pastor said this. He said, "Hey y'all, how about this? Y'all can't be together like that. We got children in here. If y'all want to hold hands and hug on each other, not in my church." That's a man of God who's telling you not here, not in front of these children.
I respect that.
The children shouldn't witness this.
That's right.
And the bottom line of it, when you accept anything, you accept everything. And that's why everybody, well, everybody's a person. Yeah, but be your person in your personal space.
Exactly.
And so
I'm definitely 100 with you.
So when it comes down to children, Mark was saying he's doing it for the children. This is what, to me, a man of God would do for the children. Hey, if you do that, we got a special day for you. Then you can come. It's called We All Hold Hands, right? And so, no, I'm being honest with you because what happens is you can't do this in front of children.
Yes.
When you put this in front of children's face, and then your son grow up like Magic's, you be sitting up here upset. The bottom line is boys need to be boys and girls need to be girls. Right. And when it comes down to livelihood in front of other children, please do that because a confused child is a wild child when he grows up. I done witnessed it many a days.
Yes, sir.
Hell, I just found out my uncle was gay. It fucked me up. Every time I see my family, it's like, y'all still ain't telling me Uncle Junior was gay? He's never said that. All churches say, come as you are. Not come as Rhea. Stop it. It don't say that nowhere in the Bible. Oh, here go
Rhea, I'm with you. We got to meet people where they are.
Yeah. I mean, because the bottom line is, if you want to go to church, go. They got a gay church right there on Conyers. I mean, Connors.
I say this shameless plug. However, November 4th, we need those people. We need those people to the polls. I'm a servant. I'm here to serve. I think that putting me in office would be the best bet for the people of District 3, and not just District 3, but any community.
That's right. That's what's
I
up.
am an example. You know what I'm saying? I am vetted. Again, Oliver Gant, put the word activist next to it. Go on Google. Pull up some stories. Oliver Gant, activist, go on YouTube, pull up some stories. You'll see a lot of familiar things on there. November 4th, I need y'all to write me in. Again, this is the official ballot that you will see when you get to the polls November 4th. Go down to the bottom where they say the best for last. That's the line they put for y'all to write my name. Police Commissioner, District 3. It says Oliver Gant. And you'll see it appear when you put your pen to it and shade in that oval. Oliver Gant, November 4th.
All right, Carla, you in there.
Can Oliver Gant go over really quickly for those that may have just tuned in what police commissioner does?
And sure, the police commissioner, one, let's say that you have a grievance against a police officer, you need to write a complaint. The job of the police commissioners are to review that complaint and to make sure that the complaint gets reviewed. And that's just one aspect. Another aspect of a police commissioner, the police commissioners are the ones that help make the budget for the department. Police commissioners, I think, do an array of things that they need to be getting paid for. I'm glad you asked that question. And me stepping into that arena, I stepped into that arena for a lot of things, mainly to make change. Like, for one of the things, for me personally, now you already have an established board of police commissioners, but none doing what I'm seeking to do. I'm setting up a proposal for Law Enforcement Misconduct Accountability Acts. You know what I'm saying? I want to hold the police accountable to the tune when you violate a person's rights. We don't want you to have the protection of the police department to give you your attorney. We want you to be reprimanded. Let the board have full reign to determine whether you have a misdemeanor or a felony. That's not to take anything away from the chief, but I believe if you have a board of police commissioners that is assembled to determine whether or not you have a felony and we can promote you or demote you, we should have full reign to also decide whether or not what your action did, whether it was a felony, and to have that same power. So the police board is actually a very important board. It's honestly just like the city council. They get paid for what they do because they govern in the city. The Board of Police Commissioners deserve equal pay as well because they're governing the department, which governs the community. You see what I'm saying? So there's quite a few things. And all I can tell you to do, ma'am, I didn't get your name, but just follow me. As a matter of fact, follow
Rhea.
Me, Rhea?
Rhea.
Thank you, Rhea, for your question. But there are a number of things, you know, and it's just me being an offshoot. I'm just a little different from most. I want to do things that I think will help the Board of Police Commissioners, you know, to be a better board. My whole thing is that I don't like citizens' rights violated. I am a legal guy. I'm a paralegal extraordinaire, you know what I'm saying? So I do a lot, you know. So I just want to help the people get justice where justice is due. I want to also go in there and educate people about police commissioners because I've never seen a police commissioner go in a district. Yes, they have a site where they hold a tea party once a month or do X, Y, and Z. I want to be able to educate people in the community to know you have a police commissioner. Yeah. Know what your police commissioner stands for. Use your police commissioner when you have issues. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everything might not be viable, but we won't know that until something comes across the table.
I got two questions to ask you and two questions to ask the young ladies.
Sir.
The one question to ask you right now, Oliver, if for the police board so it's going to be the same question. Police board and city council members, right? Mm-hmm. I think they should be financially monitored, meaning they should pull in they paperwork or their finances at least once every quarter. Here's why: that'll stop bribery, right? Mm-hmm. It will eliminate the bullshit on how something is done in District 4 and not District 3. Right, because people do take. Shout out to Rhea with her legal shield. Go get legal shield from Rhea. So listen. So if right now, if police boards was being monitored, certain commanders and stuff wouldn't be getting paid off from different background, street drugs and stuff like that. Right. And so same thing with the city council. Mm-hmm. How in the hell y'all come in barely making it? And your ass got $2 million in your bank account, right?
Yeah.
Certain people getting bribed, right? That's what I remember with Comey Young. If I remember Comey Young said, audit everybody. I need the audits of everybody because it only makes sense. People want to throw away the old, so no review will go into those because you'll find out a lot of problem solution came in with the old because back then we were really stand-up black people. We didn't want certain shit in our neighborhoods. Comey Young said, audit everybody. I need an audit on everybody because then that way we'll know who's full of shit.
Now, first of all, thank the Honorable Mayor Coleman A. Young, may he rest in peace, because he is the one that created the Board of Police Commissioners. And as far as The audits now, audit the city council.
And police.
But the police commissioners are really nothing to audit because
not commissioners. I said
you mean the police?
I said the board.
The board of police commissioners.
No, just the board of police officers. I mean, excuse me, the hiring commands.
Okay, so you mean the police department?
Yeah, department.
Because the board and department is separate.
Got you. There you go. Well, Trump did an audit and look at what happened. That's Trump. Yeah. That's on a bigger scale, bigger scheme. Y'all got see everybody think big of everything, and you can't look at big of everything. Look at small of everything, because you look at the small of everything, you'll get down to a problem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People want to go see the doctor when they had stage 4 cancer, and not when they was in stage 1. Oh, because I didn't know, because you didn't do your yearly checkup and other shit happened.
So case in point, you just want to know who's really for the people.
Yeah, that's I mean.
That's
and the best way you're gonna find out is through their finances. When you see somebody got $2 million, $1.5 million in the bank, come on, man.
I had to digress on that for this reason, because I'm a businessman. Mark know that. I done had everything from trucking companies to the hair salons, you name it.
Yeah, but you can't have that when you city officials like that.
So here's the thing. You have to be mindful, right? On this note, Miles, that some of those individuals had jobs and had things and had before they got in that office.
They didn't have no $150,000 job, bro.
It all depends on what they were doing. I can't say.
Majority of them didn't. Dave Bean, the reason why Dave Bean got in,
he was already a millionaire.
Exactly. And you know what he said? I ain't taking no pay. So it was easier for the city to decide if he gonna be the one or not. Yes. So we have to really think. I joke and I laugh a lot and shit, but the truth, we have to really think about shit. When it comes down to our people, you gotta ask yourself, how we lose all these schools? Because some payola was involved. And a lot of people was eating off of money they was bribed into. Same thing with our city. The reason why our city got took down so tough because of Archer. He accepted $100 million from Bill Clinton to do the bullshit he did. So we not really thinking about, we always talk about money, but no one really knows money but the people who know the money. Mm-hmm. The reason why the white boy in there now, Duggan, the reason why Dan Gilbert and all them is in our city, because of money. And nobody can question them about money. Because no one really knows what money looks like. We don't know what $150 million look like. Mm-hmm. We might know what a couple 100,000 look like, but 150 million? Mm-hmm. Once you got 150 million, you might as well you got 500 million. Because no one of our caliber, I ain't saying that we ain't shit. But what I am saying is, no one of our caliber know what 150 million looks like, how to live with it. Most people going to live with a job for the rest of their life till they die. No one going to go for their dream. These young ladies are going for their vision and their dream, right? To help this, help that, and live. That's right. Right? You going to help people and live. Most people don't do that. Most people go to job, go to work, get some money, pay bills, have fun, die. And if we don't think like this, yes, it's harsh, but the truth is, we are work ants, bro. We don't have the queen title, the king title. We are fighting for position in our regular lives.
And we're being outworked right now because we can't get it together.
We can't get it together.
We don't get it together.
Marcus, I love my.
We're gonna start somewhere, and you
need him. That's that positive energy. Yeah. I see the balance going on.
That's my brother. I mean, we keep the balance, but the truth is, if I get fat, right? How many times y'all met people who's big and then say the first thing you say, you got diabetes? Because most people think everybody who's big got diabetes, and that's not true. No. But it's a good question to ask because it's a good start of assumption. And that's just how life is. And if we don't look at it like that, we're gonna be misguided. We done had a 205 area code, zip code been punched at for the past 30 years. No change. Same thing I told my homeboy. Y'all, you bought a house on Puritan or Linwood. They not building no buildings over there. So any type of equity you have in your house, it's a lie. They just waiting for the shit to crash so they say, well, you don't got no equity. Let's take that from you. If you can't build nothing in the area, you don't create no value in it. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the ladies in this room. If you don't get a guy who got value, y'all don't want to work with him, do you? You better listen. That was a trick joke. But Rhea said, and we never will with a million. What? Know what a million looks like.
we don't vote.
Like if we don't vote, how about this? How about we overthrow everybody and tell we need to start over again? I think we need to really start over again because right now we fucked.
No, yeah. And that's why we look to the future. That's why we start with the kids, so they can.
I agree, Mark.
Yeah, take us through this. We gotta invest in the kids. That's
Mark,
where the change is gonna come.
Mark, but they start taking history out of our curriculum.
Yeah, and it's gonna be our job to instill, and embed our culture into our kids, and
Oh, Shani hate when I talk about the past. Shani believe you should just go forward. So we're not gonna get on Shani today. The truth is, in order to go forward, you need to know what you're going forward to. People, if that's the case, people just jump in water not thinking that they can drown. The truth is, if you don't know how to swim, you're gonna drown. You know what I mean? If you know how to doggy paddle, you're going to drown. That's why you can tell. Listen, white folks ain't crazy. Every white folks recreation center you go to, they got a safeguard there. They got a lifeguard. You got people that got recreation open right now, they be like, yeah, go swimming. No protection for the children. So those are the things that I be talking about. And I'm harsh when I say it because life is harsh. A heart attack don't say, hold on, what's the day? You can't know. I'll wait till Thursday. Heart attack don't do that. Heart attack take your ass out. And that's what the government and our city government is doing to us. They taking us out one by one. They got bike lanes they don't even use. They spent over $47 million on bike lanes that we don't even use. White folks don't use. But why we don't got no books in our school system? Why are some schools not even open? It's crazy. How many high schools we got now? 9?
It's not a lot.
That's crazy.
They done tore down my elementary school, the middle school, and the high school.
They went after our education, but then put up a Family Dollar. That's crazy. They showing the value in their own neighborhoods, Dollar Trees. It's crazy. They set the tone for us.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Because we allow it.
Yeah, exactly. In Ferndale, they got Lululemon. We got a Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. They set our own value in our own system, in our own culture, in our own lifestyle, because we don't have no culture.
Yes.
So, all right, I'm sorry. That's just me on my rant. Hey, right quick, we're about to get out of here, but I will tell you what, I thank y'all as nurses coming here and taking y'all time out when y'all patients really needed y'all. I think that's
can I end with something?
Sure.
I have to end with this. Miles talks a lot.
I'm sorry. I don't like your attitude star. Go ahead.
So my business manager told us to talk about the behind the scenes. We don't have time about the job we're in now, but the behind the scenes in that job kind of led us to create this avenue for ourselves. And so we just want to shout out. So behind the scenes with starting a business, as you know, is crazy. It's a lot of work. And I hear a lot of people say like they run into roadblocks and people don't want to help them. We have not experienced that. So we have to shout out these black women that have helped us along the way.
No, praise God.
So let me just put it up. So Meekwa Chapman, she runs Movement Dance Studio in Redford.
We have Shanae Patterson. She Principal Patterson Leadership Services.
We have Brittany Bodley. She works with the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan.
Kiana Williams. She actually pulled it all together for us. She does consulting, anything you need. She's done a lot that we need, and she has Spark Inspire.
We have Laquita Barnett. She actually did this shirt that you see Leanna wearing. You could just find her on Facebook. Her name is Laquita Barnett.
And Tennille Hudson, she is TCH Travels, but she is definitely my go-to. Can you do this real quick? Can you do that right quick? She just...
And then last but not least, if I forgot anybody, please don't blame my heart, blame my mind. Erica Shorter, she runs Little Stinkers. These women have been amazing. We can call them for anything. How do we register our business? How do we do... amazing. So I hate that it's people out there who can't find help like that when they're trying to start something, but we have an amazing group of people behind us, so I just had to shoot them out.
And they pour into us constantly. And then I know it was about the ladies, but I promise we got like a couple good men.
A few good men.
We do. We got our business manager, literally a jack of all trades. We got Daryl Dixon. He does whatever, photography. Shout out to Daryl Dixon.
He might be family.
and then Tony Knight. Yeah, he Definitely, he
Shout
got us here. We've been asking to be on his podcast forever, and then when we got a business, he suddenly had a spot for us. So,
hey, listen. Sometimes people have purpose within what they live in. So sometimes we shout out to Tone. Tone, he's a great person. I just think now it's time for us to really work together, right?
Absolutely.
So when you see the point where we can work together, then that becomes the purpose. You feel me? Because a lot of times people say they want to do what they want to do. People call me all the time. I want to be on the show. What time do you need to be there? 9 o'clock. Oh shit, man, I be sleeping at 9, bro. I be like, you know what? I don't even ask people no more. Unless I feel a need for them that we can fulfill a purpose. Shout out to Oliver.
Shout out to Shan.
Of course, shout out to the birthday girl.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
Shan is one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life, right? And the reason why I say that because she helps you stay on your toes and her toes, because sometimes you got to step on her feet to get her to walk. So no, but seriously, I'm looking at the fact that when you said them list of people, right? I'm guaranteeing and willing those are your constituents, right? So when you hear people say you go through stuff, you will go through it in business.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your doctor tell you, well, if you don't have no allergies now, when you get older, you are sure to get the allergies, right? That's just how life goes. So what you don't witness in the beginning, you will witness in the end. So I was very athletic, but now, as you can see, I'm not. So, damn it, Shan. You ain't hear that. Don't worry about it. It wasn't important. So, no, but truthfully, I'm so glad that y'all came in, told y'all story. I know we're going to be able to hear many more coming from y'all, too. When y'all might bring it. Hey, y'all, we got a team this time. We got like 12 people on our staff. Can they sit on the floor? We're like, sure.
From your lips to God's ear.
Most definitely. And God works with me. Trust me, that's the homie. Rhea say, shout out to Shani. We're tag teaming them. Tagging them. Oh, tagging them. That's Shani. Shani came up with a quote when we were doing the apostles called tag them. So she is the producer of the year. Shout out to Shane. You got producer of the year. I don't know how. I want your spot, Flash. So Oliver, thank you for coming by, man, and letting people know what the commissioner did. And because you know what, most people, this is the real fact, most people in your inner city don't know the order of politics. Right now, I can ask 4 questions to people they won't be able to answer. Like, what do your what was Cushenberry? Cushenberry was our Wayne County commissioner, right? What do the commissioner of Wayne County do? Right? Most people don't know what these people do. Most people don't know what Commissioner Wayne. She's like, no, Bruce Wayne. But nobody know what your state senator do. Nobody even know what your congressman do. I mean, the people that's closest to the president don't know what they do, and that's sad. And I done challenge every politician to come in here. Won't y'all make a pamphlet that tells people what each commissioner do, instead of assuming they know what you do?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Most people get that out. We don't know the job descriptions until 4 years later.
Yes.
When somebody decides to do it, you the first person probably came on and said, "This is what the police commissioner do." We had a young lady, Henrietta. Henrietta Lacks. What's her name? Henrietta Ivy. She running for police commissioner of the District 8 or something.
I think it was 4. No,
District 4. Was it 4? 7 districts.
I think it was District 4, Henrietta Ivy.
No, it wasn't 4.
District 4?
No, because I was saying something. I was like, my bro running for 4. No, you running for 3. No, she might have been 4 or 5. Yeah, you're right. It might be 4 or 5. He said Cushenberry was a crook. I know. I used to work with him. So listen. Y'all, Oliver Gantt running for police commissioner as a write-in candidate for Detroit. Please read up on his platform and vote. Shout out to Rhea. Rhea is very great. I tell anybody want to hire her, she's good for hiring. Y'all need to talk to Rhea about marketing, doing your stuff on social media, because she's great at it. She's excellent at it. Shani is another person that's great at it. They follow up.
And y'all doing some great things. And so you guys most definitely, y'all.
Right
I love
now.
what y'all doing because it's community involved. It's for education purposes, for the kids. So it's an amazing thing, and I just continued success to y'all.
Right now, Oliver is looking like.
Thank you.
See,
we're gonna be doing some things together.
So hey, y'all are great. I love your story. I want to learn more about it too, especially if we got any paperwork. It's a lot of things y'all could go for taking donations. Are y'all nonprofit?
No.
If y'all set up as a nonprofit, y'all get more money, especially working with children.
Most definitely.
You got somebody.
So look, y'all was so intense today. I didn't want to call in and interrupt. But since it's at the end of the show,
bye.
Bye. Wait. Bye.
Go ahead, Tom.
1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4.
Shut your ass up. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I didn't want none. I just wanted to call in because I always call in every day, but I couldn't today.
What up,
Yes,
Tom?
it's turn today. What up, Mark? What up, dog? What up? Oh, shout out to Daryl back there in the background too. What's up, bro? You when they come to our show, you getting on the camera with us, bro. We gonna get a little more. It's gonna be a little more controversy.
Hey, Daryl.
He is not. He is not puffy. He is not a on-camera business manager.
I mean, in other words, he got warrants out for the rest. But hey, Tone, I told Daryl he looked like Robin Harris, and then Star gonna look at me like, no, wait a minute. She tilted her hand like, okay. So, Daryl cool as hell. He quiet as hell. He been giving her some notes off camera though. He writing on notes and shit. Like, tell him about the body butter.
You understand?
He's managing. Okay.
He's doing a good job.
What's our Instagram?
All right, that's a damn shame. She don't know her
Hearts
Instagram.
in Action LLC.
Oh, there you go. So there you go.
AND.
Say it one more time so real.
Hearts and AND Action LLC.
Okay, Hearts and Action. That's dope. You doing it from the heart, but you putting action on it.
Yeah.
So God said, faith without works is dead. There you go. All right, y'all.
If I may.
Of course. Here we go, Oliver. Go ahead.
Thank you. With your permission, I just want to say one of my good friends, DJ Anthony Tough Tone Carter, he's putting something together at the Glass House tomorrow. I'm going to go down there for a couple hours from 7 to 9 and just talk to the people from 7 to 9 at the Glass House over on State Fair in Hoover, which is in District 3. So if anybody want to come out for a minute,
You're
come
not
out
drinking,
and support.
are you?
Drinking water. And, at the Glass House tomorrow, I'll be there from 7 to 9.
All right,
so
then.
people, please feel free to come out.
All right, then.
support.
Any other things you got going on? We can throw you never mind. We'll talk about that over here.
I just want to focus on November 4th. I'll be out in the communities. I want everybody to know when they see this flyer, take it to the polls with you so you know how to write my name. It's important that you write my name because not writing me in, you're going to miss out on a very, very important and powerful blessing. Yes. And so let's just make November 4th, and then after that, we can talk.
There you go, November 11th. Here we go, 7 days later. I'm telling you, I want you here. I want you here on the 11th.
I'll be here.
And as somebody who knows Oliver Gann personally, I mean, I also have my grandkids living at 48205 in District 3.
Yeah.
I know he loves the community. He's about community, so he's the perfect person for the job, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to do the best job he can, and it's in good hands with him. So, yeah, I trust Oliver Gann.
It's good that another person can speak up for you, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
That's man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we met. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we met at the radio station.
When I used to be on.
That's how we met. Yep, that's how I met Oliver about 8-9 years ago.
Yes,
we grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same high school, but we didn't, really meet until that.
Tennis arena. So that's just.
So can I ask you a question, though, Mark? A serious question?
Yeah, for sure.
Why you still got did he have his hair then?
Did he have his hair then? Yeah. Like I said, we grew up in the same neighborhood, but we didn't hang around the same, the same circle. We met.
I think y'all met with the same people. I know y'all met with the same people. We'll talk off air. I know where y'all both come from.
Van Dyke. It's Van Dyke right here. Van Dyke. Van Dyke in the house. Kettering, K.E., the big K.
You know they turned that. You know they tore that down.
Yeah, we know. Okay. It's right down the street, right in front of Dakota, the business. They kept the K up there.
You just hit you in the gut, man.
Yeah, you know, it's all good. That K still standing. That's right. The K. I clammed up on that motherfucker one day when I was drunk back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The K still standing. Well, I made it to the middle part. Yeah.
Anyway, y'all about to get out here. Thank y'all for coming by. Hearts in Action. Star and Leanna. Leanna.
Thank you.
And Star, thank y'all for coming by. Oliver said, don't give him no drinks. You can give them to Miles. I will be there at 7 o'clock. I appreciate the drinks.
Give them all to Miles.
Thank you very much. I heard him.
Yes.
Mark, thank you for coming by. Mark said I'm coming by to support my brother.
Yeah,
and he came by. He shot by.
Thank you.
And plus, I had to clear his computer, so that's why don't get too geeked.
Might be here tomorrow. We're going to see what's up for Freaky Friday.
You know how that goes.
You know what? Speaking of Freaky Friday.
It be Mark Ford.
Matter of fact, speaking of Freaky Friday, can we play the record so we can go for Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Do the video, please. Thank you. Hey, y'all, we like
what we got?
We think. Hold on.
Okay.
Like
Oh, no, we got to wait till tomorrow to play that.
No, we got to play it so they can know what's coming up.
Okay.
So we can play the whole song.
Okay.
But listen to the video. But listen. Hey, shout out to Daryl for being one of the best managers this side of Oakland County. He like me. He don't match neither. Listen, we gonna keep it going. We gonna keep the party going. Hey, listen, y'all. If it's sugar, salt. If you didn't get off today, it's not my fault. Words in that, Morris.
That's right.
Captain Geek. Pizza.
For sure.
Go ahead, play it. Let's get started. Look at.
Did you see them two things walking down the street? Oh, why not?
But I'm a newcomer. I'ma lick you like candy, smooth with my hands. So hand me the baby or your baby. So good you fall in love with my hands. Next is the latex, hello me big man. You'll be a big fan though we just met. Let's go to my crib and make the walk flip. Bumping up, please love me, sorry sugar. Speakers away, tramp, you little booger. Knew you was a skeezer, trying to keep me, peak my game, hell no. Since I'm free, I'm freaky.